Welcome to Real Talk with Shawn. This evening, I have the pleasure of speaking with Miss Brenda J, who is HIV positive. I want to thank you for joining me this evening. And I want to tell you that to me, you're one of the strongest people I know, because to be able to be in front of an audience and put your face out there, knowing that you're HIV positive in the world that we live in, that's big. That's really big of you to be able to do that, to help others that may be suffering in silence. So, and I want to thank you for joining me this evening.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So my first question to you is, when did you find out that you were HIV positive?
I found out when I was 20 years old, in November 2016 is when I found out I was diagnosed, but I actually had it before then. I just didn't know. I assumed that I had a cold because I was pregnant, and the symptoms that I had was flu-like symptoms. So I just assumed that I had a little cold because it was a dry cough and I was weak. So I thought it was part of my pregnancy, and the cold sweats, I just thought it was part of the pregnancy. I didn't realize that those was also HIV symptoms.
Wow. So how did you find out that you had it? Like, what did you do? Did you just go to a random doctor's appointment for blood work?
So what happened was when I ran away from my ex-husband,
Oh,
yeah, I had to sneak away to get away. Yeah, my story is different than it is. So I said again, I'm sorry.
no, you said an ex-husband. So,
Yes,
so you were married.
I was.
Okay. So how did you find out that okay, that just threw a monkey wrench in. Okay. So how did you find out that you were positive? When did you found out when you were 20, but how did you find out?
So when I went away from him, my stepdad and my mom, she's a prophet. So she knew something was wrong because I was really, really small. I always had like a Coke bottle shape. And you know how today's time, what a Coke bottle shape is, I always had that because I used to be a stripper. So
Okay.
my mom knew I had a certain body shape and she knew that something wasn't right. So when they took me to get tested and checked on the baby, I heard and I remember my mom saying, test her for everything. I mean everything, because it's not a really thing for them to just test you for HIV. You have to request that now. It's like you just don't go in there like, I want to get tested. They'll test you for everything else except for HIV. You have to ask them to test you for HIV now.
Oh, that's new.
Exactly. I was shocked too.
Wow. Yeah. So when you went in, your mother literally said, check her for everything. So she had some type of inkling.
She knew. She said that God showed her. But it was confirmation. She already knew. It's like when I found out, it was like she was already prepared. Like she already knew. So when I got my mom back and everything blew over, she explained to me that God already showed her, my blood results.
Wow. And I can speculate how you may have reacted, but from your mouth, like, how did you react when
I screamed on top of my lungs. I mean, you have to think about it. I was only 20 and I just turned 20. I was 19 when I was HIV positive, but I didn't get diagnosed until I was 20. I kind of was just out of high school. I'm just gonna keep it real.
Right.
I'm fresh out of high school.
And you were married.
Yeah.
So did he have HIV too? Like, who had it first?
He had it for years. He had it way before he met me. My real father knew he had it. And my real father was born on it.
So hold on. So your real father, because I'm still. So what do the two have to do with each other? Because you mentioned a husband and now you mentioned your dad.
So I found out, this is what I found out. I found out it was more deeper than just me. I found out that it was like a group of them sleeping with each other. So my first boyfriend in Tallahassee, my dad slept with him too. But see, what I messed up at, I told him, "Ooh, it's okay if I say some certain things."
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
Okay. I told my dad, see, I knew my dad was DO. I already knew that. Okay. So I told my dad, I said his thing is good. Mm-hmm. And my dad was laughing. He was like, "You said what, girl?" I said, "Oh, it's good that it's big." Like I started with the details, and that's what I messed up at not thinking he was going to sleep with somebody I slept with, because I mean, that's weird. I wouldn't sleep with somebody you slept with. You get what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
it was like he was sleeping out there, everybody I was already messing with. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little hoe. I was a little hoe. And that's because I had a sex addiction. I was sleeping with women and men. I had orgies, and
hey, we all lived a life.
I did orgies and all kind of things, you know, and that was something that I always talk about as well, because I want people to don't look at me like, oh, you was always a church girl. Yeah, but I used to be a stripper too. I got secrets. You know, one thing I don't talk about is the rooms in the strip club. That's one thing I won't talk about, you know. So it was like a part, it was like I was set up. That's how I always would see it. I was set up because my real father did his paperwork, so he knew everything about him. And one thing about it, a down low knows a down low.
Absolutely.
I told my ex-husband, I said, I respect you more if you'd have told me that you was bisexual than to sit here and hide it from
I would too. Give me the choice.
Honestly, who knows? I probably still would have got some, you know, just see what it was about. You know, you just
never know.
Didn't give me that chance. You get what I'm saying? To figure it out what I wanted to do.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's the story behind of how my dad was involved. Yeah.
So wow. Now that, so is it okay for me? Is he HIV positive as well, or is that something that you do not, because it has nothing to do with you? So I completely
I can't verbally say that.
Okay.
But read between the lines.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Wow, man. So do you have a support system? Like your mother, is she still around? Like, is your family close to you? Do they shun you?
So the support team I had was my mom, my sister. I'm the oldest, she's the second oldest, not my sister on my dad's side. I feel like she kind of had something to do with some things too. But my sister, my mom's side, I'm the oldest, she's the second oldest. So I had her, my dad, my stepdad, not my stepdad from my book. My mom, she got remarried as well. And my stepdad was there. God bless the dead. He did die from COVID.
Wow.
So that's the support team I had. And those were the people that I only told when I first found out I was positive. It's that circle. That's it. I didn't trust nobody to know anything. You know, I didn't know too much about it, and I wasn't educated on it. So I didn't want to put myself in that position to tell everybody. And then people started treating me funny because we wasn't educated and we were just learning, you know, how it works and stuff like that.
Right. So now that you know, and like you said, you pretty much have that circle that know what's going on. But how are you feeling on the inside? Like, are you feeling like it's a death sentence? Do you want to live? Like, how are you feeling?
Wow, nobody asked me that. I have my days. I want to live and I don't want to live. Okay. If I'm gonna be 100% honest, like, oh my God, you just like really touched the soft spot.
Well, I'm sorry about that. I did not.
I have my days.
Okay.
I do. I have my days that sometimes I want to live and sometimes I don't.
Right.
And the don't come in at is like, if I feel like it's a lot of pressure on me. Yeah. You know, so many people pull on me.
You're a spokesperson. You're now you're a spokesperson.
So like I get almost 100 DMs and emails every day.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And it's like some people, they will start trolling. The trolls, do you know some people bought my book just to down, like, you know, really disrespect me, talk about me real bad. Right. Stuff like that. So I kind of experienced that too. But then sometimes I have like mental battles as well, because I mean, comes with it. Sometimes like around the same time every year that I found out, every like around November, I start feeling depressed. So lately I've been doing better with that.
Good.
So that's not a big problem, but sometimes I just start crying, like something can trigger it, and I'll be like, why me?
Yeah, of course.
You know, my husband, he'll push me and, you know, motivate me and pray with me to get back. You're Brenda J. So you need to get out your head that you're like, cause I was just saying this last night on my live on TikTok. I said, y'all see almost 100,000. I see only 100. And I don't know if because my ex-husband spit in my face and said I would never be nothing, and I still kind of hold that after all these years, but it could be that.
So the confidence that we see before us, as we all do, I think that's a good thing, actually. There's a vulnerable side to
Yes,
all of the confidence that we see in front of us.
it is. I mean, I think everybody have that, but
Absolutely.
not everybody can access that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying?
I
Like,
sure
not
do.
I don't let everybody get close to me. I'm just
Understood.
letting my moderators get close to me. Like I had follow them so I can inbox them more,
Mhm.
but I don't let everybody see that side of me. But I really think they pick that up because they know what I can handle mentally. I've noticed like certain comments, they will hurry up and delete before I even read it. So I appreciate them for that.
I appreciate them for that. And I don't even have anything to do with it, because to whoever out there that's doing that, what is the point? Like, you're on
Right.
your page and you're sending these, and she's sharing her life. Like, she doesn't have to do that.
Right.
Like, so for somebody to be that, I'm going to say bold to me. I mean, because that's a lot. People still look at HIV like, don't touch me. Or
Right.
and it has nothing to do with that. It comes from being uneducated. And so I
Yeah.
think that's a big thing with you coming on a huge platform like TikTok and educating people on the no's and the yeses and the do's and don'ts of HIV.
Right. Yeah.
I think that because it has changed as I'm 50. And so
Wow.
when
Wow.
yeah, yeah, girl.
Yeah.
The HIV has, things have
Good.
changed. Thank you so much. Yeah, things have changed. And so like I said, when I saw you, it touched me, because I commend you to be able to put your face out there and your words and stand tall in doing so. Like, I love that shit, man. I love it. So I heard you mention a husband.
Yes.
So through all of this, through all of the putting you down and the husband saying that you would never be anything and people betraying you and your love and your trust, you found love.
I did.
Real love.
Real. Love.
So
I mean,
you really
cry every time I ain't never cried.
So you're a toughie.
Right. So
Wow. So when you met him, did y'all know each other and he knew that you were HIV positive, or did you tell him immediately? How'd that go?
love story is so weird. We went to school together and never met each other in real life. Like never crossed paths. We both went to Reebok Middle School and I never seen him there in my life. Never. In school. Never. Never, ever, ever. But he was in 8th grade. I was in 6th grade. So
Okay. Well, you were just a little
so I met him off POF. It would just
what
so
is that?
happen. POF is Plenty of Fish, a dating website. It's a hit.
Wow. Okay.
Be careful now, because it's a hit.
Okay.
They all ain't good. Let me tell you that. I used to be on.
Catfish is out there.
Like 18. I was 18. I used to be on it back in the day, and
Right.
But that's how I was getting my drug dealers and stuff. I was
okay.
I was doing crazy stuff.
Hey.
So I actually prayed for my husband. I asked God to, bless me with somebody who gonna love me for me and accept me being HIV positive. I always tell people I got tired of being a nut rag. What a man does after he, nut in a rag, he talks it.
Yeah, he talks that, of course. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got tired of being that. Even though I was the one that had the high sex drive, but I still wanted my own. If I'm gonna have a high sex drive, I want to be with one person, and person who admired and loved. You know what I'm saying? Loved me enough to enjoy me, and not because, oh, she good and bad. It is what it is. I don't want that. I wanted somebody who can love me, enjoy me.
You want somebody to love Brenda, not
right.
the sex.
Exactly.
Love all of Brenda and
right.
who I am. Yeah, I completely get, and he does that.
He does it more. And so after I used to pray for him all the time, a prophet came and told me that God is going to send me a husband who loves me for me and my children, because I was pregnant with my second daughter. I have 3 different daddies.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
So, okay, if I may. So the second child, first of all, 3 kids. Are they, if I may ask?
All negative.
Okay.
All of my
Okay.
girls are negative. I have 3 girls.
Awesome.
They all
Okay.
negative.
And
Yes.
that ain't even, for me, it's not even about the HIV, it's about this damn world
Yeah.
that they unfortunately have to be a part of.
Right.
So
So
all of them are negative. That's what's up.
I had my oldest daughter is from my ex-husband. She's
Okay.
5. My second oldest is by um a guy who's in the military.
Okay. Right. He's not
I
worthy.
had her out of depression. I honestly settled for the first man who
Okay.
accepted me being HIV positive. That's why.
Understood. That's understandable.
So he doesn't want to be in her life because he don't want nobody to know that I am, like, he don't want nobody to know that he slept with me knowingly I am HIV positive.
Of
So,
course.
but that's fine with me. You know, she doesn't even know he exists. That's fine with me.
That's his
My
loss.
exactly. My youngest daughter is from my husband, who I am with now. But all of my girls, they don't know nobody but my husband, who I am with. My husband came in before my oldest turned 1. I was pregnant with my second oldest, and I had my third baby, you know, years later.
So he got with you pregnant.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
I guess he enjoyed the pregnancy. You know how
I
that
guess
goes,
so.
right?
And stepped in and took control.
Right. He got the benefits.
Wow. Hey, that's what I commend him. I mean,
Right.
strong Black man
Yeah.
to come in and do that and then be a daddy.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
That's all I
So
do is him.
did you tell him? Did he already know?
So probably like a couple of weeks. I want to say probably like a few weeks after we talked over the phone, because I never met him in person yet. We were still like friends. Honestly, I went on POF not looking for nobody. I just was bored and I wanted to see, you know, how was it, since I've been on it since I was 18, you know. Now I'm like, what, maybe 21, 22, I don't remember. But you know, we started texting. Well, I inboxed him. And he recently sent me
go for what you want.
Right. He recently sent me the picture that I had inboxed him about, and I was like, ew, did I inbox you? Like, I knew that was God, because ain't no way. It's just no way I inboxed you. But it's crazy because I always told him it was meant for women to not inbox you because you was right just for me. So one time we was on the phone and I saw myself in the future with him. And I always tell people the only like, you know, reason you need to tell someone your status if you plan on laying down with that person, or you see yourself with a future with that person, and you might as well go ahead and get it out now instead of y'all falling in love and then he don't accept you or she don't accept you at the end, then now you're looking crazy. So I'd rather be rejected now than later. That's so true. I told him over the phone because I'm a coward. I've been rejected before.
I think the majority of the world would have been. So,
right. So I've been rejected before. So I was really scared being rejected. Not scared telling him, but I was more scared of being rejected.
Of course.
And I told him, I said, I really like you and I see a future with you. I said, but there's something you need to know about me. So I hesitated to tell him. I was really scared because I just like, oh, he's gonna say he don't want to be with me, blah, blah, blah. So I told him, I said, I'm HIV positive. I got it from my ex-husband. I was like giving him the rundown and he was just like, okay. So I was like, hey, like, you got something I need to know about? Like, it's something I need to know? Right. But he explained to me that, you know, it happened to his aunt, but she actually died. So he kind of understood how HIV was just a little bit, and he was willing to educate himself to be with me, and that's how much he loved me. So I knew it was God because so like it's like he didn't care if I told him or not. But I always told people because it happened to me, that don't mean I'm doing it to somebody else. It's not right.
And a lot of people would do that. You know, like you said, they would go and do the negative thing. But I commend you for doing that because we know people are just liars. Unfortunately, they'll wait until you sleep together, whether it be an STD, because to me, from what I'm understanding, as the way things have changed, it's just as simple as having an STD at this point. Am I correct? Is it kind of on that level now? Because I mean,
I guess because you can say that because you're being undetected, but the side effects is totally different. Like
I
the
didn't.
side effects,
You're right.
I suffer from short memory loss because the medicine they first gave me was too strong.
And I apologize for that because I didn't think about those things. You're right.
Exactly. So it's like you can't really, like, people try to, compare us to people with herpes, and I'm like, we're not the same.
That's
If you
true.
really knew the back end of what we go through, we're not the same. Like,
Right.
I don't know why people try to compare us to
It
other
is
things,
true.
but we
See,
suffer a lot
and
in
see,
silence.
that comes from education
Right.
because even me just now did that. So you take medication daily?
Yes, I take one pill a day. Some people take more, but I take one. Thank God. I can.
Exactly, because again, back in the day, people were like, they have to take a shitload of pills.
Right. Yeah.
So one pill a day, and does that pill have a whole lot of different side effects to it that bother you?
Well, the one I'm on now, it's a little lenient than the other one I had when they first gave me. It was too strong. That's what causing my bones to hurt, my short memory loss, my weakness in my body. This one helped. This one caused me to gain weight, and I have never been this big before, and I feel like I'm too big, and it kind of makes me insecure about myself.
You're fine.
Yeah.
Hey, it's not you, it's the medicine.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
what the lady, it was a lady, she talked to me about it. And I told her, I said, I don't know what's going on, but I'm starting to really not feel like myself. I already don't remember who I was before positive. Now I'm starting to, like, I feel like I'm losing myself.
Right. So you saying you don't remember who you were before you were positive. Is
No.
that a good or bad thing to you?
I don't know. Because I don't know if I'm as freaky as I used to be. So I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's weird.
Yeah, no, and I
That's really weird.
completely understand though.
That's
It's
really
just
weird.
one of those things that just is.
Right. You
Just
get what
is.
I'm saying? So it's just
Yep.
like, like my mom, she told me I'm not the same. She said I used to be a workaholic. She said I used to work 2 jobs. Now I can't work a regular job. I had no choice but to go into entrepreneur, just like this.
Okay.
I was kind of forced in it. Even though I wanted to do it one day, I was already forced into it because I can't work a regular job. I used to be like doing nursing work, and I worked with HIV patients. My bosses didn't know I was HIV positive, but I was willing to work with HIV patients because I'm HIV positive.
Right.
So I will forget, like, to give them their medicine. I will forget something they told me to do. And that's part of my short memory loss. So, and then I'm always tired. I'm always out of breath. So.
Okay. So now, is that a side effect of the medicine or a side effect of the disease?
That's my medicine doing that too.
Ah,
Now, before I got on medicine, I still struggle with the breathing. The breathing is the shortness of breath I have, and I'm always hot.
at what point did you realize that there was a bigger calling? Like that you actually wanted to share your story and yourself with the world?
This is actually my favorite story to tell because people ask me that all the time. What made me actually start doing, I remember when I first was diagnosed at 20, the first thing I did was went on YouTube. I went on YouTube and I was just like, okay, somebody can tell me something because I'm not educated on it. So I'm thinking I'm gonna die like tomorrow. So I go on YouTube, nobody is keeping it real. This is what I wanted to hear from somebody. Girl, get yourself together. The first year it's gonna be kind of hard because you have to accept yourself. The second year, you're still gonna try to find yourself and understand who you are, but guess what? At the end of the day, you can't get married if you want to, you can have kids, you can live your best life, you still can eat what you want to eat. Just take your medicine, be undetectable. You won't give it to nobody. You good. You don't have to tell everybody your status if you don't want to tell nobody your status. These are the conversations that I was hoping for, but nobody was giving it.
That. I mean, that was so, like, I sat here and listened to that, and it was so direct, blunt, and dry, cut, dry, paste. Like, I got that. And that's so damn true. But I mean, like, I can understand though, actually hearing the fact that I had it, but like they said, give yourself a year to process it, deal with it, because you're still here.
Yeah.
I actually like everything you just said about that. So nobody approached you in that way.
Right. That's what I was expecting, but I wasn't getting that. So I said, after my first years of me processing, I finally accepted myself. That's when I wrote my book, Bruised But Not Broken. So that was my first step of healing.
Okay.
That was my first step. As I wrote from the entire, like from my childhood to my adulthood with my husband, who I'm with now, our relationship was kind of fresh. We probably had just got married when I wrote my book, and that was in 2019. We got married. Yeah, we was dating because I believe we got married 2019 in December, but we was together. Yeah, we wasn't married yet.
Wow.
We got married December 7th, 2019. We was together around the time I wrote my book. We were just boyfriend and girlfriend.
Right.
Not say whatever you want to call it.
Right.
But he was there supporting me, while I write it. And he the one pushing me to release it, because at first I was scared to release it. And so what I did was I came out locally first to get all the, because to me, local, that's where the bullets come in.
Yep.
Then when I go, to the global, it's bullets, but it's rubber bullets, because I don't know y'all in real life anyway. So
exactly,
people around me that sees me, that knows me in my, city, I'd rather get the hate from them first, and then I'm gonna come out to y'all. It was a process that I had to go through. So 2020 is when I came out with my HIV story on YouTube, and it was right before my ex-husband got out.
So he got locked up?
Yes, I sure enough did. And the only reason why I locked him up is because at first I don't think I was, until the mother before me motivated me to do it for her and her son, and for me and for my daughter.
Oh yeah, so he's out. Yeah.
This is somebody reached out to me and said this is not the first time he's done this. He's been doing this for a while now.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is
an ongoing thing for him.
I'm glad that you did that, because there's no telling how many other women have fallen.
And men.
Oh, exactly. And men.
But nobody else wanted to come out. I gave the detective everything they needed. Nobody wanted to come out. They was afraid. And I understand that, because they all became positive as well.
Okay, absolutely. So they just did not want that.
I had to be the mouthpiece for everybody, unfortunately. And I believe some of them do follow me to this day. And I said, even if they reached out to me, I won't be upset, because some didn't know, some did, but I'm still an advocate at the end of the day.
No, at the end of the day, you stepped up. Like you actually took from the line and stepped yourself forward, and like became a spokesperson. And that is your calling. I mean, it kind of was thrusted upon you at this point. And that's why I said I really commend you, and I love what you're doing.
I always said, before anybody else can expose me, I'd rather expose myself.
I completely agree with that. You won't get me. I say it myself.
That's why when I first blew up, I said, listen, your girl used to do orgies.
Before somebody come and say something.
Before somebody else try to tell you about Brenda J, let me tell you, I used to love women. I was all in it. I watched other women sleep with other women.
Right.
But I wanted them to know, because I didn't want nobody else to have a chance to make vlogs about me, because I blew up on YouTube first. TikTok, YouTube is my first home, but TikTok got the most love. Not first, but the most love. They give me the most love, and they all genuine. Of course, the trolls, but they're more genuine. So it was my home, but TikTok shows the most love. So it's like, oh, I go to mom's house, that's mama's home, but pastor or godmom.
Exactly.
They kind of have me on their bosom a little bit. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it is to me.
I love it. Yeah, because I see your following on TikTok. Like, they love you.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I was telling my husband, I said, I don't see it. I don't think I'm doing enough. Like, am I doing enough? Like, maybe I just don't see what everybody else sees.
It's you.
And I was like, do I not know my worth? Is that's what it is?
I think that there's still some work that got to be done there for you to be questioning yourself. But you already said it yourself just now. You know what I'm saying? Questioning yourself, because you're giving enough. Like, you're giving enough of yourself. I love what you're doing. Thank you. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that can stand and say you're giving enough of yourself. Yeah, you can't give no more. And so I know I'm not the only one, but we love what you're doing. And you got a lot more living to do, and a lot of more people to help and get through to.
Yeah, because I'm only 25, so I know I got a lot of living to do.
Yeah, you do got a lot of living to do. So I'm gonna wrap this up. Where you already got a huge following, but I'm gonna bring my people once they come, because they're coming.
Oh, they're coming.
I know. I love you.
I'm gonna have you in all my bios. Interview with Shawn.
Appreciate that. I do appreciate it.
My
where
pleasure.
can my people follow you? Tell us where we can find you, your book, everything.
So, yes. My name is I am Brenda J. Everything about me is I am Brenda J. My website is iambrendaj.net. My Instagram is I am Brenda J _ and my TikTok is I am Brenda J1, and my Facebook is I am Brenda J. And or you can just Google me. Everything will pop up about me.
Damn right, real talk. Hey, real talkers, we are going to stay following Brenda J. She's positive. She's loyal.
Very.
We almost missed this conversation today, and she was not having it.
At all.
Okay, so right then and there, that says something good about her, y'all. Okay, and I got one last question before we go.
Okay.
Will you promise to always spread peace and love in this world?
I promise.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
It was awesome having you.